Choctaw's chief, Kelly Marshall, and Del City's chief, Lloyd Berger. So now we've learned that there are 4 victims with gunshots. 1 was treated and released with a wound to the thigh, and we know that 1 was at least a student. They do not have any suspects in custody right now. She did give just a very vague description of someone that they're looking for. She said a black male with a gray hoodie who took off.
And they weren't able to catch him.
We know that an officer discharged their weapon. So they had several officers on scene from Choctaw Police. They had 5 officers and at least 2 officers from Del City Police, and 1 officer from Del City was involved.
Yes, and that officer fired his weapon, was not hurt. So we don't know when we look back at the video and you hear gunshots, we don't know which one was which, obviously, but they are still trying to figure out clearly how exactly it happened. And, you know, the chief of police there from Del City said, I'm not really exactly sure, other than, you know, we're looking into everything right there. She clarified, Choctaw's police chief, that the person who was treated and released was the young person that she believed was about a high school age. The person shot in the thigh.
Yeah.
And that person treated and released. And so there's just a lot of information. We did also learn, or I think our Jason Berger might have asked the fact, were there metal detectors at the stadium, weapons detectors, as we are now seeing popping up in different stadiums here around the Oklahoma City metro in Oklahoma? And the answer was no. There were no weapons detectors, no metal detectors at that stadium in Choctaw.
But Chief Kelly Marshall did say they take safety and security very seriously, and she said that's why they normally always have officers on scene. And together, combined, they had at least 7 officers there on scene. And then the large police presence that came out and responded to help out OHP, Oklahoma City Police, Hera Police Department, Del City Police Department, as well as Choctaw Police as well. And then Oklahoma County Sheriff's Office has been called in to investigate the officer involved part of this, since the officer discharged his weapon. I don't know if he said his, but the officer's weapon.
I think she did, but maybe not. Let's go to Jason Berger right now. He was there asking questions at that news conference. Jason, we just got a lot of new information. 4 people shot, confirmed.
Yeah, Evan, that's right. 4 different victims. We're just now checking out the football stadium. To your point that you brought up earlier, Evan, I did ask if there were metal detectors here at the stadium. The short answer from police is no. She was not aware of any of that technology. However, Choctaw Police did tell us that they did have personnel here at the stadium. There was also some personnel from Del City Police. One of those officers from Del City discharged his weapon. We don't know if he ended up hitting one of the shooters involved with this, but it sounds like Oklahoma County will be investigating that scenario to see exactly what happened. We don't have any current conditions of those victims. Like you just heard, there are 4 of them. To our knowledge, we don't know if they're still alive, if they've passed, what their current condition is. So we're doing our best to try to continue to figure out what's going on here. But as you can see over my shoulder here, there are still fans here in the stands that have not gone home yet. It looks like they might be members of the band that are unfortunately inside this crime scene that's under investigation. So that is on the east side of the stadium. We're going to stick around here and try to get some more details, and you can check back in with us in a couple minutes. Evan.
Jason Berger reporting for us. Thanks so much. One thing that I just want to point out before we end, that we heard from Choctaw Police Chief Kelly Marshall. She said, and this is a general quote, she said, "I hate that it happened. We have great students here from both schools. They come. We have great communities on both sides, and I just hate so much that this happened." Because
you don't want to ruin events like this for people, because this is, it's a fun part of high school. You go to high school, Friday night football games, and to have to leave after going through something like this, it's just, it's heartbreaking. It really is. And of course, we are thinking of those 4 victims, the people who were shot, and others who, just may have been injured, as we heard from a girl who broke her wrist. Jason mentioned a group of kids still there at the stadium. Police saying that they have the band members. They're keeping them there for now, that it'll be delayed getting them out of there because they want to make sure that they can make contact with all of them. They're getting all of their information. They are doing the same with athletes, although, Kelly Marshall said they should be heading home soon. They have a lot of people to talk to, a lot of people who were there. I mean, you can imagine just the number of fans, the players, the band students as well. So this is a very large investigation, and it will take some time. They did say they will be in contact with school administration. So of course we will be following
everything,
the aftermath of this.
Because, and again, one of the biggest parts is that whoever pulled that trigger is still out there.
Still out there.
No arrest tonight.
Yeah.
And so there are people who are detained for questioning right now, but they believe that the shooter, they believe, from what we're hearing, was able to exit the scene and was not able to be caught. So we're going to continue to follow this. We thank you for staying up. It is 12:20 here, Saturday morning. Just an awful set of events there at Choctaw High School in a football game between Choctaw and Del City. We'll continue to follow this. You can get the very latest on KOCO.com as well as the KOCO app.